public schools aren't getting the job done, are they?
Well, the woke movement is a failed movement, Charles, and yeah, this falls under that umbrella. Where are the parents? Where's the outrage from the parents with this bill passing? Again, they're saying.
Get Spectrum Mobile with our unlimited data plan for $45 a line or our Buy the Gig plan for $14 a gig. Visit a Spectrum store, go to SpectrumMobile.com, or call 844-230-8821.
Hi, I'm Jane King, and thank you for watching. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies. We bring you the innovators behind the companies making the headlines in that space. Some are sponsored, some are invited. All are curated and focused on telling you, the viewers, their story. Here we go. Tonix Pharmaceuticals recently announced results from an interim analysis of a phase 3 study for the drug candidate TNX102SL in fibromyalgia. And with me is the CEO of Tonix, Seth Letterman. So Seth, tell us about the results of this study and what's next for the program.
Thank you, Jen, and thanks for having me on again. Well, we were surprised and disappointed at the results of the interim analysis. The study was not headed in the right direction, and the interim committee recommended that we wind it down. And we were surprised because we had just done a very similar phase 3 study and got strong results that we reported in December 2020. Nevertheless, the reason you do interim analyses is for just this reason. If the study's not going in the right direction, by winding it down, we are going to save time and money. We don't know more about what happened, and we won't know more until the fourth quarter of this year. But at that time, we'll be able to look at it and decide, what the next steps would be.
Okay.
What we expect is that we'll learn about what went wrong, and we can correct it, and we can do another phase 3 study. It is not uncommon for psychiatry drugs and neurology drugs to have failed studies. So in order to get approval in the United States, you need 2 positive studies. We have one, so we need 1 to go. So I think that we'll learn in the fourth quarter about what went wrong. We'll try to fix it, and hopefully this program will get back on track, because we still think it's a very valuable drug for fibromyalgia. It's non-addictive. It's a new mechanism of action, completely different from how fibromyalgia, the FDA-approved fibromyalgia drugs work. So we're excited to continue advancing the program.
Yeah, well, and I've covered a lot of these things. I know this happens, and you learn and you move on, and maybe you discover some things that might help with the next study. Do you think the pandemic had any impact at all on the study?
It's an excellent question. The pandemic affects everything. Many companies pulled back and didn't do trials. We did, the first phase 3 study was done during the pandemic, and this one obviously was done during the pandemic. We don't know. We won't know more until the fourth quarter, but we were enrolling this study through December 2020 and January 2021, which were the peak pandemic months. So it's hard to know how that would affect things, but we're certainly going to look into that when we look at the unblinded data in the fourth quarter.
Later this year. Okay. So Tonix also recently announced it signed an agreement to acquire an infectious disease research and development facility in Frederick, Maryland, to accelerate development of vaccine, antiviral drug programs. So tell me about that.
We're very excited. It is a really big deal for our company. First of all, we're buying it from a research partner called Southern Research. And actually, a lot of the research that we've done on our vaccine candidate and in COVID generally has been done at this facility. So we're going to change our relationship with the facility that we're already familiar with. It's a great opportunity for us because now we'll be in control of our R&D, not only the vaccine, but also our antiviral TNX 3500. And I think it positions us to be a leader in infectious disease research. Now, the facility was built in 1982. It's 48,000 square feet, currently operating. So we are very excited about getting up and running quickly. It's also very well located. It's located in Frederick, Maryland, which is really the center of the world in terms of biodefense and virology research. For example, the United States Army's Fort Detrick is in Frederick, Maryland, and the National Institutes of Health has the IRF on the grounds of Fort Detrick. So we are really excited to be joining a community in Fort Detrick that is really the leading infectious disease, pandemic preparedness, and biodefense community in the world. The talent pool of skilled workers is phenomenal. And as I said, we're already working in this facility. Our programs are already being developed in this facility. So it was a wonderful opportunity for us, and we look forward to working with Southern Research in the transition.
Well, it's kind of nice when those real estate deals just kind of fall into place. So when do you expect that to close?
We expect it to close on October 1st. We're working, very quickly to make that happen.
How does that Frederick site fit with some of your other locations?
That's a great question. This is the earliest stage research facility, and this will really be research and development. And this dovetails well with what we're doing in New Bedford, Mass. In New Bedford, Massachusetts, we're renovating, and it's a construction project, a warehouse to make a pilot manufacturing facility. So that would be later in product development. And finally, in Hamilton, Montana, we are planning a greenfield site. We've purchased a 44-acre greenfield site, and we're planning to do a commercial manufacturing facility on that site. And all of these places are, in very important places. The New Bedford, Massachusetts is south of Boston, and we're getting great interest from scientists from the Boston area who are, interested in working a little bit further south, out of the traffic zone of, the traditional Boston biotech hub. And in Hamilton, Montana, it's a very unique town. That's the home of the National Institutes of Health's Rocky Mountain Labs. And there's also a very large infectious disease-focused big pharma manufacturing facility there.
Interesting. So thank you, Seth, for joining us as always, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you very much, Jane.
Clubhouse Media Group is a content hub, talent management agency, and digital studio, and also a talent investment fund. And with me is the president, Chris Young. Chris, great to have you.
Hi, good to meet you, and good to be on.
Tell me a little bit the genesis of the business. Like, how did you come up with it? How did it start? What brought you to where you are today?
The business was started approximately 18 months ago. And at the time, I was a talent manager for a prominent influencer named Daisy Keach. And she had started a content house, a lifestyle content house. And content houses have been around for quite a while. The first ones were all usually gaming houses. And this one happened to be a very popular one that she co-founded called the Hype House. It made a New York Times, I believe, a headline article. And the thesis behind it was if you get a bunch of influencers together and you let them collaborate with each other, the physical space really facilitated sort of new ideas, businesses, and that's sort of the genesis of how we got to where we are now. So after Daisy Keach co-founded the Hype House, her and I were approached by a private investor who asked if we wanted to maybe go and expand and scale it out further. So that was sort of the genesis. We obviously went ahead and did that and started the Clubhouse Media Group and Clubhouse BH, which was our first content house separate outside of the Hype House.
So you've talked a little bit about you and Daisy. Is she also an executive with the company?
She is a shareholder of the company. She is not an executive with the company anymore. She has moved on to develop her own separate company. Since then, she was with us for around 7 or 8 months, but is one of the co-founders of the Clubhouse Media Group. So
talk a little bit about then the executives and the role that they play in a company.
Yeah, certainly. So my background personally is previously as an entertainment lawyer, as a talent agent, and I have also been a multi-time, I guess, e-commerce and fashion e-commerce operator. And I have built multiple companies that have all had one thing in common, which is that I've worked with influencers over the last maybe 12 years or so. And so that goes back to this genesis. I noticed that there was this trend over the last 10, 12 years that influencers were becoming more and more important and popular for marketing and for many purposes. And so I was always in this field in one way or another. I moved to the other side of the table after I sold my last e-commerce company and worked in venture capital as an entrepreneur in residence at Lamppost Group, and then as an advisor at a fund called Amplify. So this is something that I've personally been involved in many ways in one form or another with influencers. We have, on top of that, a lot of other executives that really work to help bring this cohesive, I guess, narrative and company. And that is, I'll start off with Simon Yu, who is our Chief Operations Officer. And he has a lot of public markets experience, and that's why we're publicly traded. So he handles a lot of the compliance and the operations and assists with the fundraising and the merger and acquisitions work that we do. We also have Harris Tolchin, and these are all co-founders, by the way. Harris is our chief legal officer. He also happens to have over 30 years of experience as an entertainment lawyer and producer. And because we produce a lot of media, he's been very beneficial in providing contacts and introductions and sort of the know-how as we move into the new media space. This is essentially, influencers are almost like a new celebrity, right? And they're creating content and media that is not too far off from traditional media, movies and TV shows and other types of things like that. We have Amir Ben Yohanan, who is the CEO and one of our majority stakeholders. He was our initial investor in the company. His background is in real estate, and because we have physical spaces, so he lends a hand in helping us to work on that part of the business. And then we have one of our other board members currently. His name is Gary Morenzi, former president of International Pictures from Paramount. And so, of course, a lot of media experience. Going beyond that, we have other members of our team that are very important. Victoria Daniel, who is a talent agent who manages quite a large roster of traditional celebrities and influencers. And then we have Arlene Guzman, who is our chief of staff, who is also well-versed in essentially venture capital fundraising and in investment, investment theses. So because we are sort of an investment group in that sense, all those play a part together, if that makes sense.
Really interesting industry. Chris, thanks so much for coming and sharing that. And I look forward to getting some updates as this industry is constantly evolving, it seems like.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it has been a big week at FINXFLO. The company launched basically, and I was just talking to CEO James Gillingham about that 2 years of preparation, James, and you launched. So talk to me about that. What was that like, the launch, and I guess remind our viewers again what FINXFLO does.
Yeah, sure. So the launch went absolutely fantastically well. So I was really pleased with that, to be honest with you. Before I delve into exactly what FINXFLO does, I would just really like to say a big thank you to our community. Our community's done an amazing job. They've supported us pretty much since day one. So I'm very pleased and happy. We've been onboarding a lot of retail customers this past week. We've done fantastically well there. We've also just onboarded our first institutional client, BK Coin, which is a crypto hedge fund. Really pleased there. And we've got many more institutions that are also signing up. And then, of course, I'd really like to say an absolute huge thank you to all of the FINXFLO team globally around the world, whether you're based here in Singapore, Cyprus, Europe, or the US, Miami, or New York, because without those magnificent minds, none of this would even be possible.
Yeah, well, that's great. And I mean, you're right. I mean, it takes like a ton of people to pull this off, but you're leading it. So you must have been, an effective leader to be able to get this to be a smooth launch.
Yeah, I mean, look, I have to be extremely dynamic. We have to be able to push very hard, and obviously you have to be able to motivate a lot of people globally to make sure that we all come unified and be able to push things forward efficiently, effectively, and roll out on time. And that's something that we've been able to do as a team.
Mm-hmm. What's been some of the early feedback? I know it's just been a day or so, but what's been some of the early feedback you've gotten?
So the general feedback, to be honest with you, Jane, has been absolutely amazing. I mean, like, people love the UI, they love the UX. We've got the multi-screen charting, but then there's been a lot of people that have also been looking at the aggregated order book. So we actually have an inverted spread. So anybody that actually looks at inverted spreads, it means that the price that you're buying, you can actually buy and sell at the same time and make money from it instantly. So it's basically a negative spread, which is nobody else in the world can actually offer that. So that's absolutely amazing. But there has been some other constructive feedback. So there's been some feedback with regards to trading pairs. So right now we only have Ethereum, Bitcoin, USDC, and T available. We are adding, after this feedback, we're adding another 11 alternative coins to be traded within the next week or so. And then we're going to be adding another 10, 15 every single week. there've also been feedback with regards to platform staking. So instantly we spoke to our blockchain developer, and he's now working on the staking contracts. So that's something that's also super important, to listen to the feedback of the people. And then obviously trading the FXF token. So our customers really want to be able to trade FXF against USD, CET, Ethereum, etc. That's something that we're also working on, and that's now on the roadmap, and that will be rolled out within the next couple of months.
Okay. Well, and I remember when we talked last time, you talked about, competitive price and the aggregation. Explain how that works.
Okay, great question. Yes. So the aggregation, essentially, we have created agreements with 20 of the world's top exchanges on CoinGecko, as well as 10 market-making OTC desks and the decentralized exchanges. So what we essentially do is that we consolidate them, we put them all into one essential league table, and then we will route your order through to the global best price from all of those prices that are aggregated. That's how we're able to offer the inverted pricing, and then of course, because we all come from the traditional world, we offer things like best execution, smart order routing, which essentially means that if you're trading much larger trades, then what we would do is somebody wants to buy or sell, say 10 BTC. We will slice that up. We then slice that up into, say, child orders. Those child orders may be 1 BTC clips, and then it will go across multiple liquidity providers. So again, we are beating the rest of the market for price and execution. So it's something I'm very proud of.
Congratulations, James. I mean, it's awesome to see you have such a smooth launch, and we've talked over the past several months and leading up to it. So it's great to see it kind of come to fruition.
Really good to see you again, Jane. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Enjoy the benefits of the world's first patented time-release hemp-based CBD topical cream. Hourglass has achieved increased topical bioavailability of cannabinoids that slowly release our CBD over an extended period of time. Hourglass is 99% CBD, THC-free, and lab-tested, and verified by scanning our QR codes. Visit hourglassonlinestore.com.
Secure, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. Secure is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. Secure is 100% private and does not collect or sell any of your personal data. Secure's Helix technology connects you securely to our Swiss servers without the need of a VPN, guaranteeing privacy and security for all your communications. Secure Messenger doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. Chat by Invites allows you to chat privately and securely with anyone outside of your secure network without the need for others to download Secure. Secure Send offers you a private and secure way to email anyone outside of Secure. You won't find this level of privacy or security on any other email or instant messaging application. Visit secure.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Petproducts.com. Thousands of products. And Al Simon, Wee Pad Inventor Company. SportemonGo is a full end-to-end sports ecosystem and platform for sports content, fan engagement, AR and VR experiences, gaming, NFTs, and a ton more sports-related experiences. So with me is Ricky Jackson, co-founder, and also Corey Jackson, a co-founder of the company. So welcome. And Ricky, let's start with you. The goal of SportemonGo.
Thanks, Jay. It's good to speak to you again. Look, we're looking to revolutionise the digital sport, having one platform that takes everything from NFTs through to virtual and physical experiences at stadiums, right through to sports betting, all in a single platform that is tokenised. So a real business for sports fans and sports fan lovers that is tokenised, which is new to crypto, going direct to the sports fan.
Mm-hmm. And then, Corey, how is it to have such a big project, a business with family? Because you're father-son, right? How's that going?
Yeah, absolutely. That's probably my favorite part. Myself and Ricky have done a lot together in the past, and this is truly an equal partnership. And SGO, has a passion project in the works of both of us for such a long time. It is a great experience to work together every day and each day to bring a unique set of skills to the business. I have relocated at the moment to the US, which has enabled myself to do face-to-face with our partners, as well as continuing to, grow out our networks and make deals with sports legends themselves. Ricky is based in Australia and has been leveraging his global network of the last 30 years to make some truly great partnerships for SGO, and will continue to do so.
Yeah. Okay. I imagine the time change is a little bit complicated, but yeah. So Corey, tell me a little bit about the progress that you're making with SportemonGo. I mean, how's your roadmap? Where have you come and where are you looking to go?
Yeah, thanks, Jane. I mean, the first thing is we are a real business, real people, real commercial outcomes, and we're a fully docs team. The business is 5 years in the making, not 8 weeks. And really it is a 30-year journey for Ricky and myself. We have big partnerships with the likes of Chainlink, casinos, sports betting partners, and now a gift card loyalty partner to go direct to the consumer. Sports superstars and SGO token power and the all-encompassing SGO sports stadium ecosystem is what we are building out at the moment, and that's something that I'm super excited for once that all does come together. It is a super exciting business that goes across all facets of sport, media, NFTs, esports, fantasy sports, virtual sports, betting, and we know how big that is in the US right now, and this is just the start of something for SGO.
Yeah, no, absolutely huge and growing very fast in the U.S.
Absolutely.
So, Ricky, tell us a little bit about the app. What can users expect with that? How can they access it?
Yeah, look, I think Corey gave a very good description just then of what the app is going to contain. I think the most important part is that many crypto projects are just that, they're projects. We have an app that's, at the maximum 6 weeks away. 4 weeks to beta, and then it will be done in a few phases to unroll, what is a massive project and a massive business. But the first stage, you're going to have all the user experiences you would expect. There's going to be loyalty rewards. You'll be able to earn SGO tokens. You'll be able to spend SGO tokens, buy, swap, sell, and a whole range of different fan experiences from AR right through to virtual skins and the like. And then the second phase will include the betting and fantasy sports and prediction gaming.
Okay, so we'd be able to access all that on the app sometime before the end of the year.
Yeah, well, the beta's in the middle of August, and first week in September we'll go live. And with 27,000 holders already, we expect there'll be some pretty good activity right from the outset. And we've also signed some big stars that by the time it launches, we'll be using them, global names, as well as a lot of household fans will know the players.
Okay, well, I think we should do another interview right before it launches. I just, get an idea of where you are and how people can access it and all that.
We'd love to, Jane, and appreciate your support. And, we want to go to the 99%, not the 1% that follow crypto. We want to go to the sports lovers. We want to educate people about crypto, and that's the 99%. And that's what we're excited about. And thank you for your help.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Corey and Ricky, and I look forward to an update in a matter of weeks, hopefully.
Beautiful.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
He's got the answers.
Show me a problem, and I'm going to show you a way out of it.
He's telling it straight.
I believe that a thriving America leads the way to a happier America.
He's ready to make a difference for your money.
It's a red-hot economy, folks.
He's Kudlow, only on Fox Business.
At Fingerhut, we don't define you by your